Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott off play action. This one swung out to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
To throw is Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens, 33 yards. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another big play here as they strike for 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott to throw it. Screen play set up for Williams. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he returns this to the 22. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run here with a rookie. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Mariota now. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now Mariota. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Commander's 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Debo going in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. He's going to keep this again. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marcus Mariota from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cowboys.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Commanders' 27-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he checks this one down to Williams. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Third and 7.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Prescott now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Williams again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense back out there.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Murray.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And it'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
This now a 3rd and 4. Mariota. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit them on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
On first down, it's Krosky-Murray. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield. And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. Give to Krosky-Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 39 yards, as they have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Now Moody for the PAT.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
Throwing. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 24 now, here's his 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have yet again retaken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Aubrey good with the PAT.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Commanders 21.
That time a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Krosky-Merritt to start the drive.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A run inside, Krosky-Merritt.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Washington.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Back to Krosky-Merritt on first down.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. To throw is Prescott.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brought down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams. Because right now, everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, Mariota slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for Washington. 58 yards.
And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 8-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mariota to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Mariota. This is caught. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt taking it in from a yard out.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
That ties the game.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Jake Moody to kick
So a
off.
tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Prescott from the gun. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here's Prescott.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Prescott to throw it.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Nifty move.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On play action, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
They go play action. Mariota.
They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Nice job there, right, of just going through the progressions, finding the open man, even if it wasn't for a 25-yard gain.
Everything does not have to be spectacular. The mundane works pretty well in this league, as we just saw there.
3rd and 5.
Now Mariota.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play fake. Mariota.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down.
It's a gain of 11.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
Remember, Brandon, he
line.
ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky-Merritt.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mariota.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Marcus Mariota taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
31.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. They begin the drive with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
109 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
First down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
to C.D. Lamb. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Prescott now.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
George Pickens
From 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Washington offense heading out. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead they run up the middle here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky Merritt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That's caught left side by Simmons.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And Washington has taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now Prescott.
This one swung out to Williams.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Prescott. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
7-yard line.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47. Throwing. Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And a little floater there is incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game.
So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Marcus Mariota getting set for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 40-yard line.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On the give, Krosky Merritt, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
43-yard line.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At the 44-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, Krosky Merritt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Give to Krosky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's when he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's good for a Commander's first down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Quick throw out wide from Mariota. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Open man downfield is low. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Cowboys.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Throwing, Mariota.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Second down and a yard.
Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the gun, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
To the air again, Mariota. He's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brings up second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
16 yards. And the Cowboys first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because They really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Prescott to throw it.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 167 yards rushing for him now on 25 carries.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Prescott now.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Mariota. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now Mariota.
He's got McLaurin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw, Mariota. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Here's Mariota. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st down, Cowboys.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles.
A look there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, rivals meet in the NFC East. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to when your team needs a settling force at quarterback. To have one of these guys, man, what a weapon.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Krosky Merritt to run again. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. The motion man here is McClure. On first down, it is back to Krosky Merritt. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On play action, here's Dak. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
31 yards.
So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row, and another first down.
33-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The NFL's active leader in sacks, Von Miller, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Back to throw. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 35 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's Tress Way now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
2nd down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. But when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commander's first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the markers. It is first and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll get this out wide.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll keep this himself. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Marcus Mariota. Touchdown, Washington. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 7, Cowboys 3.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third down and 9. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. And you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives. It is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Here's Lane. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Yeah, and a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this 1st quarter. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. They'll run with Krosky Merritt. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So a sack is definitely not ideal, Mike, but the last thing you want to do down here on this part of the field is turn the ball over by forcing a play that's not there. So he sees time running out. He's got no choice but to eat the ball, but at least he can live to play another down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? Could be worse, but I feel like... never mind.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Play fake. Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Frankie Louvu. He gets into drop it. It's a loss of 8.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Prescott now. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage And that's it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Right back to Krosky. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again, and now it's third down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Washington.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
That's good.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Has caught. That's Lane. And he'll be hauled down and about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
That's
3.
his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Commanders, first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, here's Krosky. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time delivering a strike.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
They'll motion over Samuel. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's McClure. And the Commanders are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors. You know, he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Jadeveon Clowney getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to this defense, Mike. They've got their backs on their own goal line, and they completely buckle down here in the low red zone. I mean, this pass rush, they've completely changed the scope of this possession, and now brings up 4th and goal.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
Cowboys 3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They're in a 10-point hole, 13-3, as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pick.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third and short. Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Good for a Cowboys first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Cowboys.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 12. And a Cowboy first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
2nd and 5. Williams gets it on the draw. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
That's good.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Cowboys 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Samuel, going to see what he can do. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Marcus Mariota set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Up 2nd and a yard at the Cowboys' 43-yard line.
Second and a yard. Back to the air one more time. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
For the field goal, a 58-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will stay a 3-point game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This is wildly ambitious. A 69-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number two kicks off. Levante Turpin on the return. Be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Prescott on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Dak will throw it here on first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Prescott to his main man Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
First down, Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Dak gonna run with it himself. And it's gonna be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
14 yards.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Powering forward. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Commanders 13.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back out, along with the guy who goes by Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
A run out of the gun. Krosky-Merritt.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders cut the deficit down to 1.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's Dak. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense and Marcus Mariota set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Run over center. That's Koski Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll look to throw. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He gets it to Samuel's left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
First and 10.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
That's to Trusty Merritt. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Washington first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll run with Trusty Merritt. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Trusty Merritt trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Right back to Trusty Merritt, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Braylon Burks, touchdown Commander. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he gets in for the 2-point conversion. And the lead bumps us to 7.
Cowboys 17.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Ron Payne there for the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
At the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Somebody moved early up front.
Still 2nd down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. They'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. Take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. It's another run here for Williams.
Javonte Williams, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the play fake. Dak. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. They get 18 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because
he will score again. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Marcus Mariota set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Here's a designed run. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. Throughout the 29.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. That pass taken in by McCory. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The motion man here is McClure. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's swung out to Krusty Merritt.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here comes 2nd and 4. And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Looking to Samuel on the outright. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Has his man. It's Samuel. A gain there of 11. First down, Washington.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And if he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll go again with McNichols. That's That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on fourth down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6, or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. On the return, here's Turpin. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Prescott. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll run it with Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He'll let this go for Pickens. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Run play here for McNichol. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
A 4-yard gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Pistol now for Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Here's Dak to throw. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Dak can throw it here on 1st down. That's complete left side to Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They come up for 2nd and 2. Here's Williams. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by Lamb. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here comes second down. Now Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. To throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side, caught by Simmons. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now on 2nd and long. They'll motion over Samuel. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down coming up. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So here comes 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's McFlurry. And the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Tie game, 2nd half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game, so it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really